Welcome to our explainer. Today we are diving deep into a war that isn't fought with armies, but with ideas. A cosmic clash of wills where each one is trying to literally write the rules for reality itself. So, what if the entire universe was just a thought? And what if something out there was trying to erase it? Now, this isn't just some late-night philosophical question. It's the actual battleground for four incredibly powerful cosmic entities. See, they're not just fighting over territory, they are fighting over the very definition of what it means to exist. So let's meet the players in this ultimate metaphysical war, shall we? Each one believes, with absolute certainty, that they hold the one true answer to what reality is supposed to be. Okay, so at the very heart of this whole cosmic drama is a primal duality. You have a creator who says a definitive yes to existence, and then you have a denier who answers with a resounding no. It's the most fundamental war you can imagine, being versus nothingness. On one side, we have Glaucus. He's the absolute will to create, the ultimate I that imposes order on everything. And on the other side, the shadow. It's the eternal spirit of non-I, an entity that seeks only to deny, dissolve, and undo it all. Glaucus calls himself a hyper-cerebral architect, and that's not just an ego trip. His mind is literally the blueprint for reality, and his phase-shift sorcery is the tool he uses to build it. I mean, just imagine a being whose thoughts become physical laws, whose will shapes the very bonds between molecules. And this crystalline lattice we hear about? Well, that's the physical manifestation of his will. It's this perfect, logical grid he lays over the universe, processing all of its energy through his own divine consciousness. You could think of it as the literal source code of his reality. But to the shadow, this grand, perfect design is, well, it's nothing more than a sandcastle. A beautiful, complex delusion, sure, but one that's just waiting to be washed away by the tide of nothingness. For all of Glaucus's powerful yes, it's just a whisper against an inevitable silence. And this is where we see its whole counter-philosophy in action, hydro-nihilism. Wielding a power called burning water, the shadow doesn't build anything new. It simply dissolves, it unmakes, it erases, and its ultimate goal? To return the entire universe to a blank page. But you know, this epic war between creation and destruction doesn't just happen in a vacuum. Of course not. It has consequences. And in the void between these two titans, something new, something unexpected, is born from all that fallout. This is not a clean fight. The endless battle between creation and destruction, it has a cost. And all that cosmic fallout, it doesn't just vanish. It pools together, it festers, and eventually it gives birth to something new and incredibly dangerous. This spilled power has a name: palingenesis energy. And like any untapped resource just lying around, it attracts a scavenger. And that's where we meet the captain. Now, the captain is not a god of grand ideals. He's a pragmatist, a parasite, an accident of logic, as he puts it, born from the arrogance of the other two. He's basically a scavenger who got incredibly powerful just by feeding on their leftovers. See, his whole philosophy isn't about creating or destroying, it's just about consuming. He looks at all of existence and just sees water waiting to be stolen. His ultimate goal? To just drain everything dry. So, this three-way stalemate between the creator, the denier, and the scavenger, it can't last forever. This endless, circular conflict eventually attracts a new power, one that's been watching from the sidelines, just waiting for the right moment to make its move. A new player enters the game, the Sea Stormer, and it's not here to join the debate. It's here to end it, to declare the entire war and everyone in it completely and utterly obsolete. And it just dismisses their grand philosophies so easily. Glaucus's divine order? Just a museum for his own ego. The shadow's nihilism? Nothing more than a childish tantrum. And the captain? Oh, he's just a parasite feasting on a host that's already dead. They're all relics. But here's the twist. This new entity isn't some rogue agent. It's an envoy, an agent of the Lords of the Hidden Realms, a whole new pantheon that's grown tired of this endless binary deadlock playing out on the surface. They've decided it's time to step in.
And the Sea Stormer's power, the Void Blight, is on a completely different level. It doesn't create or destroy in the ways we've seen. It rewrites the fundamental laws of reality itself, consuming concepts like time and distance to impose the logic of the grave onto the world of the living. It's a power that can literally edit the source code of existence.
So what have we learned from this cosmic clash of wills? Well, we've seen 4 totally distinct visions for the fate of existence, each one with its own logic, its own power, and its own ultimate goal. So let's do a quick breakdown of these 4 cosmic wills. You've got Glaucus, the creator, representing absolute idealism, who wants to impose a divine order. The shadow, the denier, is pure nihilism, seeking to just erase it all. Then there's the captain, the parasite, who's all about radical pragmatism. He just wants to consume. And finally, the sea stormer, the usurper, who arrives to call them all obsolete and kick off a brand new era. Which leaves us with the ultimate question. Who gets to define reality? The one who builds it, the one who tears it down, the one who profits from the chaos, or the one who simply shows up to claim the ruins? The answer, it seems, is still being written.